You ask yourself this same question. If you buy a property in Lekki Phase 1, a two-bedroom flat in Lekki Phase 1 today, how much are you going to put it out for rent? All right, so the other day I asked someone that if he buys a property in Lekki Phase 1, that's a two-bedroom flat in Lekki Phase 1 for 350 million naira, which is of course the current value of a two-bedroom apartment in Lekki Phase 1. You might get it for 300 in some certain locations, but you find majority of these two-bedroom apartments selling for 350 million naira. I'm talking about brand new two-bedroom apartments. And I waited for his response because there's been a whole lot of complaints about the high cost of rent in Lagos today. And I thought, well, if you are going to be an investor, if you're going to be a property owner, and you're going to buy a property for this rate, which is quite unimaginable, buying a two-bedroom flat for 350 million naira in Lekki Phase 1 today, but it is what it is. As far as the core of the matter is not addressed, inflation is high, cost of building materials, the cost imposed by government agencies for builders or developers. There's some fundamental issues that need to be addressed. And so long as these are not being addressed, then I think we're not going to move from where we currently are. I asked him this simple question. You buy a property and you ask yourself this same question. If you buy a property in Lekki Phase 1, a two-bedroom flat in Lekki Phase 1 today, how much are you going to put it out for rent? How much are you going to put it out for rent? So when I asked him this question, he looked at me and couldn't say a word. The standard rate is between 6% and 8%. 6 to 8% is the standard. If you're buying a property for 350 million naira, the rental value of that property should be between 6% and 8%. But if you look at it right now, not so many people are doing 8%. A lot of people are doing 5%, 4%, but the standard rates that you find in most new buildings today in Lekki Phase 1 is between 5.9 to 6%. The purchase costs or the purchase price of that property. So that's why you find properties, two-bedroom flats in Lekki Phase 1 today, going for as high as 20 million naira, 22 million naira, 18 million naira in some cases. In order for you to give value to your money, it's only wise to cap it between that 6 to 8%. It looks ridiculously high, but it's just what it is, by the way. We'll be talking more on this in the coming episode. See you again in the next one.